After that heartbreak at Wembley, we are back at the bridge with our European dreams on life support. But tomorrow, the stakes are even higher. We have the chance to officially sing the Xabi's Tottenham while we break down exactly how Xabi Alonso's plan to turn this club around. We have a lot to break down, but before we dive into it, if you are new here, welcome to the channel. Or if you have been following me for a while, you know the jokes. Help your boy get to that 10k subscriber mark. Let's dive into it. Look, I know we have been through the ringer lately, but we finally have some massive news to stock into. The Xabi Alonso era is official, and honestly, I'm gassed. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Bringing a manager of his caliber, someone so young, but also so tactical elite, is exactly what we need. But let's be real for a second. We have been fed the trust the process line before, and honestly, my excitement is through the roof. But with BlueCo, see is actually believing. Whether they call him the manager or the head coach, the real test is in the summer window. That's when we will see if the recruitments actually match the ambition, or if we are just getting another coat of paint on same old problem. One of the interesting shifts is how the board is treating Xabi Alonso compared to his predecessors. And they aren't just giving him a whistle, they are giving him the keys. According to Kenan Gill, it was Chelsea's idea to have Alonso to be their manager rather than head coach. He's the first boss under BlueCo to receive that title, intended as a way to underline to Alonso how valuable he is and reassure him of the say he will have in the club cause. It feels like they have finally realized that a club like ours need a figurehead, not a tactical instructor. And if you are wondering why we all are so hyped, just look at the numbers. This isn't just new manager bounce talk. We are looking at historic level of efficiency. Xabi Alonso's points per game record is up there with the greatest managers of recent times, Carlo Ancelotti and Luis Enrique. When you are being mentioned in the same breath as Carlo Ancelotti and Luis Enrique, we aren't just the prospects, we are the radio. We are talking about a guy who has that it factor. As Kenan Gill points out, creating the correct culture is important, and in Xabi Alonso, Chelsea sees someone capable of overseeing that internal recognition that it is an area for addressing. He has that aura born out of his CV as a player and a coach. We have lacked that aura for a while. We need someone who walks into cover and instantly command respect because of what he has done on the pitch and the touchline. The board seems to have a timeline in mind, and for once, it sounds like they might be learning from the absolute chaos of the last couple of years. Reports suggest that the initial idea, according to one insider, is to be seriously challenging for the Premier League title within 3 seasons, if not sooner. That if not sooner part is doing a lot of heavy lifting for us fans, isn't it? But at least there is an admission that the experiment phase with João didn't work. The club is holding their hands up. According to reports, sources say that the hiring of Xabi Alonso is evidence of their evaluation and that they have learned lessons and acknowledged mistake has been made. Aid fan anger. João was a harsh lesson. But despite being given the manager title, Xabi Alonso isn't going to be a dictator. He knows how the modern game works. He's ready to work within the structure we have, provided that structure actually works for him. Xabi Alonso is said to be perfectly happy of a collaborative approach alongside his hierarchy, as is the modern way. The inside belief is that they have a talented core with which they can work, and they are not a million miles away from competing for major honors. We hear that not a million miles away lines every year, don't we? But with Xabi, it feels different. We have the talent in the squad. We just need the man at the top to glue it together. I'm optimistic, but I'm keeping my guard up. BlueCo has pumped us with excitement before, only to let us down. This summer, the signings we make, the debuts we clear, that is what will tell us if this is genuine evaluation or just more talk. But we aren't just getting a new coach, we are getting a leader who actually have the power to change things. The board isn't handing over the keys to the entire building, but they have realized that if they want to go back to the top, we need a manager in every sense of the word. But here is the breakdown on how this new structure is going to work and what we can expect from the squad. The days of the S-man head coach might be over. The hierarchy has seen what Xabi Alonso brings to the team, and I know he needs real influence to fix our mentality. As the guardian puts it, contrary to speculation, they are not handing a complete control to the new man. What they have done though is look at Xabi Alonso's structure and conclude that this is someone who must have a significant say in the club's future. The only way to build a team of mentality monster is to empower the manager. We need those mentality monster back. We have been too soft for too long, and giving Xabi that authority is the first step towards getting our edge back. And what is even more encouraging is that we don't have to tear the squad down to play his way. We already have the profiles. What we need is the plan. According to reports, the way Alonso has set up his side in the past, while he has shown a willingness to adapt the exact plan to fit players' characteristics, broadly fits the personnel Chelsea have. And having the clarity about who they'll be playing for or to speed up the moves for any addition needed. Having that clarity is massive for us. It means we go into the market this summer. We aren't just buying talented kits and hoping they fit. We are buying specific pieces for Xabi Alonso's puzzle. Xabi isn't blind to our weakness though. He knows we are a few signing away from actually scaring the big boys. According to reports, Xabi Alonso sees a squad that can be shaped in his image. It will take a few tweaks. A world-class goalkeeper, sharper wingers, consistency in central defense, and more support for João Pedro up front. But Chelsea are not that far away from competing with the best side. I love the shout for more support for João Pedro. He has been our bright spot, but we can't expect him to do it all. And let's be honest, we have been crying out for a truly world-class presence between the sticks and some actual stability at the back. To make this happen, we are looking at a busy summer window. Peter Rutzler mentioned, the expectation is that Chelsea to improve the squad in short term. We seek at least 3 new additions this summer, but what is notable is emphasis on the importance of adding good characters within the dressing room. And finally, the aura factor. We have some big personalities in the dressing room who need someone who can keep them in check. Skyscale hit the nail on the head. I think those big egos at Chelsea will fall into line as soon as Xabi Alonso enters the building, because they look at him and they immediately respect him and do exactly what he says. And also, they will know that Chelsea ownership will always back Xabi Alonso because he's their man, and that's why they are giving him 4 years contracts. A 4 years commitment shows real commitment from the owners. If the players know that the club will 100% back the manager, they have no option but to buy him. I'm telling you, the respect he commands just walking into the dressing room is going to change the entire energy at Cuba. But moving on to the absolute chaos of a London derby. Tomorrow, Stamford Bridge is the place to be. It's our final game of the season, and while the Xabi Alonso's news had us all looking towards the future, we have some serious business to settle right now. The stakes couldn't be more different for us and them, which usually makes for a cagey, high-tension affair. We're heading into this one with a heavy heart after that 1-0 loss at Wembley. It's tough to take, especially since it's our best shot at silverware, but we can't let our head drop. Mathematically, that 6th spot is still on the table. If we take care of business and get a little help from the results elsewhere, we have to finish strong. But look at Tottenham. I never thought I would see this day. They are literally fighting for their Premier League lives. Robert De Zerbi men are sitting 17th with 38 points, just 2 points clear of the drop. They are going to come at us like their house is on fire, because a win basically secures their safety. There is nothing more dangerous than a team with their back against the wall. But honestly, I want us to be the one to push them closer to the edge. And when it comes to this fixture lately, we have basically owned them. The history is heavily on our side. We need to use that psychological edge the moment they walk through the tunnel. We have won 5 consecutive league matches against Spurs. The last meeting at their stadium ended in a 1-0 win. The last meeting at their stadium ended in a 1-0 win for us. In the last 10 head-to-head, we have secured 8 wins, 1 draw, and only 1 loss. They don't like coming to the bridge, and certainly they don't like playing us. 8 wins out of 10 is pure dominance, and we need to remind them of that from the first whistle. Both sides are limping towards the finish line with massive injury list. For them, they are missing names like Romero, Solanke, and Vicario. For us, the biggest worry is our main man, João Pedro. He has been our carrying force all season, but after clutching his tie at Wembley, he's a massive doubt. If he's out, we have to find goals from elsewhere, and that has been our Achilles heel lately. The stats are a bit grind. Let's be honest, we have struggled in front of goals lately, scoring only 3 goals in our last 7 matches. We have lost our last 2 home matches. Avoiding a 5th straight home defeat is a must, and it's the end of a long emotional season at the bridge. We had the highs of the Xabi Alonso announcements and the lows of the FA Cup final. Now we owe it to ourselves and the fans to send Tottenham back across London with no points. We have the chance to keep our European hopes alive while potentially sending our rival into a final day relegation meltdown. I don't know about you, but I'm ready for it. Let's get clinical, let's get mean, let's secure those 3 points. And with that said, that's the end of the video, my friends. Make sure you like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. You go be.